Imagine Earth as a massive spaceship, much like the International Space Station, ISS, but on an infinitely larger scale. On this spaceship, we rely on a closed-loop system where resources are finite, and our survival depends on how well we manage them. Just as astronauts aboard the ISS must conserve and recycle to sustain life, so too must we on Earth. The closed-loop system. The ISS operates as a closed-loop system. This means that almost everything, from air to water to food, needs to be recycled and reused. Supplies are occasionally sent from Earth, but for the most part, the ISS must sustain itself with what it has. Earth is a self-contained system on a much grander scale, with no outside supplies to resupply our basic needs. The notion of a closed loop reminds us that everything on Earth is connected, and we must work within the planet's limits to ensure survival. Significance of this concept. Thinking of Earth as a spaceship challenges us to shift our perspective. It underscores the urgency of sustainability, as we can see that the balance of resources, waste, and recycling are crucial not only for astronauts but for everyone on Earth. This perspective aligns with the themes of World Space Week, emphasizing the importance of adopting sustainable practices to protect our spaceship for future generations. In this section, we've established the idea of Earth as a closed-loop system and highlighted how this metaphor can inspire a deeper commitment to sustainability. Next, we'll dive into how the sustainability practices on the ISS mirror what's needed here on Earth. Drawing parallels between Earth and space habitats. Astronauts on the ISS face unique challenges. They must live sustainably, ensuring that they don't consume more than what the station can produce or recycle. This constraint is vital for their survival. Similarly, we on Earth have limited resources, and if we exceed these limits, we risk depleting what is essential for life. Just as the ISS recycles air, water, and other resources, we must do the same on a global scale. The crucial role of recycling and self-sufficiency. In a closed-loop system like the ISS, recycling isn't just a choice, it's a necessity. Air, water, and even waste must be processed and reused to maintain the balance of the ecosystem. If any one of these elements is mismanaged, it could lead to a life-threatening shortage. On Earth, we might not immediately notice the impact of waste, but over time, unsustainable practices take their toll. To ensure that future generations have what they need, we must embrace a similar approach by recycling everything we can and adopting practices that minimize waste. Living within our limits. The ISS has taught us that survival depends on respecting limits. Overconsumption of any resource could endanger the mission. The same principle applies to Earth. By controlling how we use resources and limiting waste, we not only protect the environment but also secure our future. If we were to exhaust all of our resources, we would not have a resupply. It's up to us to maintain our planet's delicate balance, mirroring the careful management of life support systems on the ISS. In this part, we've explored the importance of recycling and resource management on both the ISS and Earth. The challenges faced by astronauts serve as a valuable lesson in self-sufficiency and conservation that we can apply in our daily lives. In the next part, we'll examine how space technology, originally developed for life in orbit, can be adapted to benefit sustainability efforts on Earth. How space technology can transform earthly sustainability. Many innovations developed for space missions have applications that go far beyond orbit, with the potential to address some of Earth's most pressing environmental challenges. Space technology is built to deal with limited resources, and many of the systems created for the ISS are now being adapted to enhance sustainability here on Earth. These advancements remind us that exploring space can yield solutions for a greener planet, underscoring the interconnection between the cosmos and our home. Advanced Closed-Loop System, ACLS, and Carbon Capture. One of the remarkable achievements aboard the ISS is the Advanced Closed-Loop System, ACLS, which allows for a high degree of resource recycling. This system converts around 50% of the CO2 exhaled by astronauts into oxygen, reducing dependence on resupplies from Earth. The ACLS has not only advanced our understanding of life support in space but has also inspired Earth-based carbon capture technologies. Carbon capture and storage, CCS, is a technique gaining traction in the fight against climate change. The same principles used in space, capturing carbon dioxide and transforming it, can be applied on Earth to remove CO2 from industrial emissions and even the atmosphere itself. Some initiatives involve the use of minerals like zeolite, which effectively traps CO2. Researchers envision using zeolite filters in large-scale applications, including industrial plants, to reduce greenhouse gases before they are released. This direct connection between space technology and Earth's environmental needs exemplifies how innovations from the ISS can help mitigate climate change. Water and waste management innovations. Water is another precious resource on the ISS, where every drop is carefully recycled. From sweat to urine, water is filtered and purified, ensuring minimal wastage. Such techniques are being adapted for use in areas on Earth where water scarcity is critical. Advanced filtration systems initially designed for space are being implemented in water treatment plants and remote communities, helping to provide clean water in regions where it is desperately needed. By refining these technologies, we can develop systems that require less water input and create less waste output, crucial for sustainable living on a large scale. In addition to water, waste management is an ongoing concern both on the ISS and on Earth. The ISS's ability to recycle waste into usable resources serves as a model for new waste-to-energy technologies here. For example, bioreactors and waste gasification systems that convert organic waste into energy and fertilizers are being researched and implemented, inspired by the closed-loop approach of space habitats. These systems not only reduce waste but also create valuable resources, demonstrating a sustainable way to handle waste through circular practices. The importance of self-sufficiency and resilience. Space habitats must be self-sufficient, capable of supporting life with minimal external inputs. This self-sufficiency is directly relevant to Earth, especially in remote or developing areas. Technologies initially developed for space missions are now enabling sustainable agriculture in extreme environments. From hydroponic systems to advanced LED lighting for plant growth, these innovations are helping to produce food with less water, soil, and sunlight. Self-sufficiency is also becoming crucial as we face challenges like climate change, resource depletion, and population growth. By adopting resilient technologies that can produce resources with minimal waste, we can prepare for a future where resources may become even more constrained. Learning from the ISS, we can build more sustainable systems that ensure we meet our needs without depleting the planet's reserves. In this part, we've delved into how space technologies, originally designed for survival beyond Earth, are now being adapted to address critical issues on our planet. By embracing and expanding these technologies, we can leverage the lessons of space exploration to create a more sustainable future on Earth. In the next section, we'll explore some of the criticisms and challenges of space programs, and why it's still essential to invest in space exploration for the benefit of our planet. The cost and environmental impact of space missions. Space exploration often faces criticism due to the high costs involved and the environmental impact of launching rockets. Critics argue that the money spent on space programs could be better used to address pressing issues on Earth, such as poverty or healthcare. Additionally, each rocket launch can emit hundreds of tons of CO2, which contributes to environmental degradation. These concerns raise questions about the long-term sustainability of space missions and whether they justify the resources they consume. Benefits beyond the surface. While these criticisms are valid, space exploration offers benefits that extend far beyond immediate financial returns. The technologies developed for space missions often lead to breakthroughs that can improve life on Earth. For example, medical advancements, environmental monitoring, and communication systems all owe a debt to space technology. When applied thoughtfully, these technologies can contribute to sustainable solutions, ultimately helping to protect our planet and improve living conditions. A balanced perspective. It's essential to maintain a balanced perspective when considering the impact of space exploration. Though costly, space programs push the boundaries of innovation and provide insights that can lead to practical applications on Earth. While space exploration alone cannot solve all our problems, it can be a valuable part of a broader strategy to create a sustainable future. By finding ways to minimize the environmental impact of space missions and applying lessons learned to benefit Earth, we can make the most of what space exploration has to offer. In this section, we've looked at some of the criticisms of space missions, recognizing the costs involved and the environmental impact. However, the potential benefits of these programs remind us that space exploration can play a significant role in addressing Earth's challenges. In the final section, we'll reflect on our shared responsibility to treat Earth as our spaceship and take action to protect it. Our shared responsibility for Earth, our spaceship. Thinking of Earth as a spaceship emphasizes our collective duty to care for our planet. Just as astronauts on the ISS depend on each other and their environment to survive, we, too, are interconnected in our dependence on Earth's resources. We don't have the luxury of resupplies from another planet, so our survival hinges on how we manage our finite resources and maintain the delicate balance of our ecosystems. Adopting sustainable practices. The technologies and practices developed for space exploration teach us valuable lessons about self-sufficiency, recycling, and the careful management of resources. These lessons are not just for astronauts, they are for all of us. By implementing sustainable practices in our daily lives, we contribute to the longevity and health of our planet. Whether it's reducing waste, conserving water, or supporting renewable energy, every action counts in our efforts to protect this extraordinary spaceship we call home. As we explore the universe, we're constantly reminded of the uniqueness of Earth. Let's apply what we've learned from space exploration to make a difference here. We have the tools, the knowledge, and the motivation to adopt more sustainable practices, not just for ourselves, but for future generations who will also depend on this planet. Just as astronauts work tirelessly to sustain their limited environment in space, we, too, must commit to taking care of our planet. Earth is not just our home, it's our shared spaceship. As stewards of this planet, it's up to each of us to protect it. Embrace sustainability, support innovation, and remember that we are all crew members on this incredible journey. Let's ensure that our actions today create a better, more resilient Earth for those who will follow in our footsteps. Together, we can steer this spaceship towards a brighter, sustainable future. Will you be part of the crew?